Now imagine you a school bus driver, and you taking the kids home, or you taking them to school, wherever you going, and all they little asses just poof, disappear. Roll the footage.
That's what I like. Everybody listen up. You need to get in your seats right now. Hey, you kids, sit forward, please. Facing forward, thank you.
Oh,
Hang on.
turn around. Look at the backpacks just fell.
Is everybody okay?
Yeah, they okay. What you think? What do you tell the parents? Hey, they just vanished. We don't know what happened, they just left. Your best bet would just be don't even go back and clock in. Just run somewhere and hide. Cause ain't nobody gonna believe this shit. You hear that, Cody? You in trouble. They gonna blame you. Get your ass up out of here.
Look, just a spark plug and a magnet. You can make a simple generator, easy to light up the light bulb. Is not it amazing? With this one invention, the man's family has not paid the electricity bill for years, and the whole village has realized the freedom of electricity following the man. Today, the man will teach this ancient method to everyone. First we need to go to a neighbor's house and get a spark plug and a plug, and then get a spool of solid copper wire. Next we remove the protective case from the head and tail of the spark plug and wrap a couple of coils of copper wire around the head of the spark plug and leave a distance of copper wire. Then we did the same on the other side of the spark plug, also leaving an equal distance of copper wire. Finally, break the copper wire by hand into a shape like this. Next apply hot melt glue to the top of the plug and secure it to the center of the board. Then using a soldering iron we soldered the two copper wires from the spark plug to the plug. Then we disassembled the shell of the plug for it and connected a zero wire and a fire wire. The blue one being the zero wire and the red one being the fire wire. Finally, the shell to install. This time we have completed half. Next we connect the two wires were connected to a LED bulb above. Pay attention to the welding of the positive and negative poles cannot touch together, or there will be a risk of short circuit. See here, our entire device is basically completed almost. The next is to witness the miracle of the moment. When we use the magnet near the spark plug, the light bulb will immediately light up, and vice versa away from the will go out. This means that this device can generate electricity. Want to light bulbs always light. We will fix the magnet to the back of the spark plug can be. For this kind of power generation device, the old iron, what do you think? What is the principle he actually used? Do you know?
Want to know if you've been hexed? Grab some matches and a bowl of water. Use two matches. Light them and drop them into the water. If they don't touch at all, you're fine. If they form a T or V, negativity is being sent your way, maybe a potential hex. An X, you've been hexed. Slightly touch, negativity been sent. If one touches the side, you need a cleanse. Follow for more.
The brainwashing starts from school. They're preparing you for the lockdown. And if you resist, you'll probably end up in the mental home. Because if you can see the truth, they will say that you're crazy. They told us that gravity makes things fall to the ground. Then why is it, if you let go of your balloon, it goes right into the sky? Where's gravity then? Now I'm not saying the world is flat, and I'm not saying the world is round. But the same proof that they gave us that it was a globe was the same proof they gave us of Bigfoot. And I'm not having it. And I do know that everybody expresses emotions differently. But why is it when man go to a football celebration, man are cheering? These man said they went to the moon landing and they look depressed. In fact, they look guilty. Does that look like somebody that just went to the moon? Now let's think about the technology that we have now. Imagine flying to the moon with 4 KB of RAM. I'm not having it, mate. Somebody is lying.
Now let me tell y'all about the music that y'all listen to on a regular basis. Most of the music that we listen to, most of the hood music, most of the music that's on the top charts, it's played through bad frequencies. Now it's a frequency 444. What is it? 432 hertz is the good shit, right? Then you got another frequency that's 440 hertz. That's what most of the music that we listen to. Say for instance, you go to a concert. At that concert, you drunk as hell, you drunk, all type of shit. You with a whole bunch of people. Y'all in the concert, y'all lit as fuck. Y'all having the funnest time of y'all life. Little do y'all know, y'all are surrounded by nothing but bad, dark energy.
Watch this video for entertainment and educational purposes only. It's about October 4th. This is not real, it's a script. It's just for entertainment. There's nothing in here that is informational whatsoever. But when it comes to October 4th, I do believe this is shutting the system down, and it's a 50-state worldwide alert. Also an implementation of FedNow. And you know what else is going down? Our money supply. And will be run to zero by the time of October 4th. Maybe it's just a coincidence, maybe it's not. But let's listen to this video.
Over the weekend, I was talking to my boy, Packin' Patriot, talking about October 4th. He had his theory that came out, and I had mine on my podcast. I believe October 4th is about shutting the system down.
FedNow.
And
CBDC.
I believe it's uploading either a virus into our electronics or it's an app. I believe it's something that they're going to sit on, though. They're not going to do it right away because we got to show those conspiracy theorists they don't know what they're talking about. And then Shipwreck put this out. So, video goes to credit Shipwreck. Watch this.
Election. Sonny tagged me in a video, this video.
Possible violence and election interference in next year's election. Check this shit out. Right there.
According to the Homeland Security Department, in a new report, DHS says it expects next year's election to be a key event for possible violence.
They're planning something. Something big is going to happen around the election season. So this is from the DHS, and they warn of malicious AI use against critical infrastructure. This isn't just election interference that they're going to be talking about. State that one of our key areas of concern is against critical infrastructure because it provides the kind of goods and services that are the backbone of our nation, and we think that many adversaries really kind of understand the interconnectedness of our critical infrastructure and the impacts that it would have. Infrastructure such as industrial control systems that are found in energy, like your lights, transportation, like your electric cars, your buses, and so on, healthcare, and election sectors. Malware, dubbed pipe dream by security researchers, is one such example of malware made specifically to target industrial services. China, in particular, which has the technology using AI to develop malware for attacks that are on a larger scale, faster and efficient, and more evasive, particularly targeting our transportation sector, includes the railways and the pipelines, but it is said that other critical infrastructure sectors may also be targeted. To talk about how the United States is turning to smart city technologies that also increases the risks to key services. Digitally native technology can increase the efficiency of a particular service, but it also comes with added vectors to attack for hackers if not built with security in mind. Formed something called the Artificial Intelligence Task Force. These are the same people that we sat through a congressional hearing with TikTok who couldn't understand how an app and their modem and the internet worked. The article goes on to blame other countries. They got Russia, they got Iran, they got China, they got all of this, right? They're like, these countries are coming to get us. But at the bottom, they talk about espionage within critical infrastructure can also be a precursor to disruptive attacks, according to officials. It can be difficult to tell whether an intrusion is simply espionage, so our own, or a malicious hacker working on a larger disruptive goal. This is not just about the integrity of our election or finagling in an election. This is about shutting down everywhere. This is about malware that is attacking all of our infrastructure shutting everything down right before the election. We expect the 2024 election cycle will be a key event for possible violence and foreign influence targeting our nation's infrastructure, processes, and personnel. They are telling you what is going to happen. And then they are telling you that you are not going to be able to tell the difference, or they are not going to be able to tell the difference, whether it's China or whether it's being done within. And I will bet you dollars to donuts that it will be being done from within.
Listen to my friend True Seeker 1010111. For educational informational purposes only, not real that she's reading from the script, this is fake. But this woman knows her shit. And I would pay attention. I follow her and listen to what she says over what anyone says. Peace to God.
It is September 25th, 2023, and the world once again did not end on the 23rd like predicted. But let me tell you something, though. There's a sect of elites out there that know when the world will end and how it will end. And apparently they are called the progeny of Jove. Now, if you ask me how do I know this, basically I found this website archived in the deepest web out there. It is wild. The guy claims to be an Illuminati whistleblower, and let me tell you, like, some of the things that he's written on his page are insane and accurate insane, but they were written, I think, back in the 90s. Now it's just like archived. And let me just show you this before I start. So this guy basically says that there is a group or a sect out there called the progeny of Jove. Now, if you're wondering what Jove means, it means Jupiter or God. So if you look at the meaning of Jove, let's just put that down so you guys don't think I'm Googling love. It basically means Roman god of the bright sky, but at the bottom here it says Old Latin Lovis as the god's name, see Jupiter. Now, this sect of progeny of Jove aren't as evil as the elites or deletes, the parasites that we know. Basically, what they do is they make art and movies, huge Hollywood movies, to warn us if we can see the signs and the symbolism in the movie. And they believe that certain people need to be shown what will happen so that they can find their own way to safety. And they don't think everyone should be allowed to live just because they are very, how should I say this, almost obsessed with the human IQ and how smart certain people are. So they believe that the smarter you are, the more your soul is awakened, and that you should have the right to know what will happen so that you can save yourself. Now, the evil elites, on the other hand, they just want to wipe us out. They do not care. But what's really weird is they drew a map of this so-called flooding. And when I say the Y2Y land grab, so the Yukon to Yellowstone UN and the liberal land grab that they want from pretty much Yukon to Yellowstone, and the reason why they made an underground thing in Denver, Colorado, is because that whole corridor that they called the 2050, they want people out of there. Like, they don't want any human settlements in there because they want the earth to be able to breathe again, is because they want us in coastal 15-minute cities so that this flood wipes us out. Let me just show you this. This is wild. So here's the world map of what the flooding, what the damages of the flood will be. Now I'm going to try and zoom into North America here. Here we go. So you can see like the outlines of where the coast used to be and then how much of that will flood. Now, if you look into Alberta, which is like, I can't even point to it right now but if you look at Alberta and then all the way down to Yellowstone and Colorado and everywhere else, basically that is the safe zone. And isn't that the exact same map that they want people out of? Like, they want people out of these corridors so that the earth can heal? Yeah, it kind of makes sense. And the weird part is Greenland never floods. And if you look at some of these movies that some of these progeny of Jove people have made, like Tomorrowland, then that one with Gerard Butler with the flooding as well, where they have to go to Greenland. Look to Greenland and where the Svalbard Seed Vault is. Those of you who don't know, the Doomsday Seed Vault is in Svalbard up there. That's probably the safest bet of where to be in case, poop hits the fan. But I want to know what you guys think, or what you know, or if you guys can add to this.